Masada is an ancient stone fortress in Israel located high above the Dead Sea on a tall rocky mesa on the edge of the Judean desert between En Gedi and Sada. On cliffs made up of chalk, dolomite, and malstrata, now an Israeli national park and UNESCO World Heritage Site. Herod the Great, king of Judea, originally built Masada as a castle complex in the last century BC. After Herod's death and the annexation of Judea, the Romans built a garrison at Masada. When the great revolt of the Jews against the Romans broke out in 66 AD, a group of Jewish people known as Sicarii, led by Menahem, took over the Masada complex. Following Menahem's murder in 66 AD in Jerusalem, Elazar ben Yair fled to from Jerusalem to Masada to command a group of Judean rebels. When Jerusalem was destroyed in 70 AD, the remaining rebels joined Elazar at Masada to live in Herod's former palaces. With Jerusalem in ruins, the Romans turned their attention to taking down Masada, the last community in Judea with 960 rebels, including many women and children. Led by Flavia Silva, a legion of 8,000 Romans built camps surrounding the base, a siege wall, and a ramp on a slope of the western side of the mountain. After several months of siege without success, the Romans built a tower on the ramp to try to take out the fortress wall. When it became clear that the Romans were going to take over Masada on April 15, 73 AD, on the instruction of Ben Yair, all but 2 women and 5 children who hid in the cisterns and to later tell their stories, took their own lives rather than live as Roman slaves. They had died in a belief that they left not a soul of them alive to fall into Roman hands. The Romans advanced in assault, seeing none of the enemy but all sides in awful solitude. They admired their nobility and resolve. Masada. The Dead Sea is a landlocked salt lake between Israel and Jordan in southwestern Asia. Its eastern shore belongs to Jordan, and the southern half of its western shore belongs to Israel. The northern half of the western shore lies within the Palestinian West Bank and has been under Israeli occupation since 1967 Israel-Arab War. The Jordan River, from which the Dead Sea receives nearly all of its water, flows from the north into the lake. The extremely high concentration of dissolved mineral salts in the water causes the water to be denser than that of plain fresh water. Since our body is less dense than the density of the water, our body is more able to float in the Dead Sea. The mud envelops the skin with a layer of minerals that leaves it with more moisture, increased elasticity, cleaned and toned. The layer also helps reduce pores, wrinkles, and lines in your face. It gives your skin the soft and supple feel after your mud bath regimen. The Dead Sea.